We're here on the set of Parks and Rec, which I won this winner walk-on part, and it was a thrill for me to come here and meet all my favorites on the show. I came in and I read a few times, and I got the job done when it was necessary. I mean, the first few times I kind of pooched it a little bit, but I made it through, and they were kind to me. I guess they saw that there was real chemistry between me and the lady who's on the show. You know what they ought to make people do on blind dates is wear blindfolds. And then you just talk to each other. So there's no first impression or whatever. You just sit there and you talk to each other and you get to know each other that way. Might be a better way to do it. Well, Chris is an MRI technician, and he's kind of, he's a little off. I wouldn't say he's slow. He's just almost humorless, and his life is his job, like a lot of people. But he seems to be almost too obsessed with looking inside people. The blind date, according to Chris, goes great. In reality, it's terrible. Chris finds out, he meets Leslie, he's super awkward, and then he finds out that she's never had an MRI, which blows his mind, and he proceeds to take her on their date. He takes her and gives her an MRI. And that gets a little strange. And then it doesn't, somehow Chris thinks that it's going to lead to kind of late night, maybe at Leslie's apartment, some cocktails and whatever, and absolutely not does it go there. There's just no way. He doesn't read people all that well. I don't think well, I've worked with Aziz before. We did a wonderful little piece that ended up making its rounds on the internet. That's true, by the way. I'm not being smug. Yeah, but I know all these folks. They're kind of like part of our extended family, and or I'm part of theirs. They're part of mine. Let's be honest. And so it's fun coming here and working with them and seeing everybody, and actually instead of just visiting and standing outside being an outsider, now I'm in, so they can stop with the looks. Leslie's had a tough time. She's been a little bit unlucky in love, and I don't know if Chris is the answer. He might be just a bit too odd for her, i.e. crazy. But it would be nice. Maybe he'll come back. I don't think it's the last we've seen of Chris. He's still got some fire in his belly for Leslie. The only bummer about me doing the show this week is that I'm not working with everybody in the cast, and because I'm such a fan of the show too. So I don't get to do scenes with anybody with Tom, or I'll use their real names, with Nick or Aziz or Chris or Aubrey or any of them. It's a bit of a bummer. Rashida is. I think that we live in a cynical world as it is, and there's something great about Leslie Knope's drive to, however misguided it might be or naive, how much drive she has to try to make a change. And no matter how many times it gets crushed, it never extinguishes, her fire never gets extinguished, and that's kind of nice.